Hey everyone, welcome to my video walkthrough of my 2014 Evo 10 MR. I bought this from Cerritos Mitsubishi towards the end of January 2014. I'm glad I did because this is like the last year of the real Evo with the Recaro seats. What I did to it was, first, right off the bat, I added a JDP lip. I also upgraded the, I had my headlights modified so it's all black with the Cree LED daytime running lights. I also added a clear bra, Avery Dennison clear bra, so I won't get any rock chips. I did that to the front end, the mirrors, the A-pillar, part of the roof, and the back recorder panel, and also the whatever this area is, so you don't get scratches. Stock side skirts, Inky RPF ones, 18 by 9.5 plus 15. It's pretty cool because you don't have to do much work to get them to fit. I cut the fenders, or I had my friend cut the fenders instead of rolling it, and we added extra sealant. I also, since this is an MR, I left the badging on, and I also added a high wing in addition to the regular MR lip. And for the exhaust, I am running a Grady Evo 3. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. Okay, that's cool. The big canisters. I upgraded the tips because I think the regular Grady tips, the single roll looks kind of cheap. But here's what it looks like from the back. I also added the OEM valences, the rear spats, whatever you call them. It makes the side come down more and it looks much more aggressive, I think, in my opinion. So here's a walk around. I think the RPF one looks pretty good. It's on some Olin's coilovers. Yeah, I only use quality parts. Complete 360. Sorry, the camera's kind of shaky. I'm on my iPhone 5S. Hopefully, in a week or two, I'll be able to get a drone and record more stable footages. So let me show you the interior now. I try to keep the interior as stock as possible, just so I live here in California and I don't want cops to bug me. Inside, I always have one of the towels, microfiber towels, and a little pillow there. I have back problems recently from the Recaro seat, I guess. So here's front. Low gauges, the MR, so transmission, Carl seats. One of the coolest things, the gauges. Alright, let me show you what's under the hood and the trunk. So here's my trunk. Pretty simple. I took out the spare tire on all the tools and crap, and I also took out the reservoir. This car weighed in at 33.97 without the driver and half a tank of gas. So for MR, that's pretty cool. I had put that little box in there just so when I go through the drive-through, I can put it in there and it won't stink up the whole car. I'm trying to keep the original car smell and not put like one of those aftermarket scents in there. And here I bought a whatever little foam thing from Michael's, just so it would support the whatever the area that doesn't have the spare tire. I also upgraded to, here's the battery. I also upgraded to the 9-pound battery with the aluminum or the lightweight battery tray. So it comes down to about maybe 11 pounds from EDO Performance. Worked well so far. Let's move on to the front. So here's the front. It looks pretty stock on purpose. I have the AEM intake with the carb sticker. You know, I live in California and I don't want any hassle. Here's the cloud ball valve. It's pretty good so far. And the main titanium operating floor pipe with the HPS couplers. And I covered the Tomei emblem, so I don't want any hassle. I don't know, you probably can't see it down there, but it's got the AMS downpipe with the MHI 18K turbo, Mitsubishi Heavy Industries. It's also got the AMS intercooler, looks stock, map performance test pipe. It's tuned by John Drennis, aka Bakaunshi at 5150 Racing, and I forgot what the numbers were on the GP dyno, but the numbers on the Mustang dyno is about 415 wheel horsepower and about 360, 380 torque. So, you know, it pulls really good. You know, it shifts just so fast. I don't lose boost in between. You know, I lose traction most of the time in first and second gear. So you can see the Olin's camber plates. I recently did the Swift springs, 10K up front, and you know, in the back is using the original iBot 10K that it came with. The car rides a little bouncy, but you know, the performance is pretty good. I'm taking it to the track soon, so we'll see how it goes from there. As you can see, I also have an alarm system with a Viper Smart Start. It's pretty cool. I can start the car basically anywhere I want that has a Wi-Fi signal. So yeah, you know, clear bra also on the mirrors. I'm anal when it comes to these things. Yeah, let me take a walk back. Fucking cool car. Very cool car. This isn't my first like performance car either, so I know what I'm doing. You know, you basically get what you pay for. I previously had a Mark III Supra, and I also had a S14 Sylvia. And after an 8-year hiatus, I came back from Boston and, you know, bought this. Yeah. All right. Cool. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll make sure to, you know, provide you with more videos. Thanks. Bye.